let's go ahead and accelerate my aging.
Shrivels. Fruit fully contracted.
Oh my God, what's happening to me?
Yippee! Well, if it isn't Sunday, 2:05 on the dot, which means only one thing.
It must be good.
Yar, said the incense eye-wearing mistress.
Yar, indeed.
If you've never seen us before, you're confused right now. If
You're
have
navigating away.
Welcome to Go Day, everyone. My name is Jamie Flam.
I'm Vanessa Ragland, and together we rise. Together we are stronger than we are apart, and that is the whole spirit of Go Day. Together we interlock like Velcro. Together Velcro, portmanteau.
Velcro. If you didn't know, we recently discovered this. Velcro.
We're gonna have a portmanteaument. Those are moments in Go Day where we explain a portmanteau you might not have known about. Do we have the lower third for portmanteaument?
Okay.
Sammy says no. Sammy says no.
Okay. Sammy, why don't you say hello real quick? I don't know if you're prepared for that.
Not really, but here I am.
Hi, Sammy.
How's it going?
Okay, well, Sammy's
Why don't we have the portmanteaument lower third, Sammy?
You know what? I just dropped the ball on my Oops.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
So Velcro, it's a velour and
crochet.
And crochet. Velcro is velour and crochet. Put that together and you get Velcro. Fun fact.
Wait, Jamie, can I go on that for a second? Because what I love about that is that portmanteau and portmanteaus in general, to me, are the ultimate example of human ingenuity.
You've been saying that for many years now.
I have. Welcome all. We are untethered, unsettled, and mildly depressed, and I'm sure you're feeling the same. We'd like to welcome you. We are from a venue called Dynasty Typewriter in Los Angeles, and right now, that venue is shuttered. Shuttered.
Much like our dreams, much like our social lives. We can't go to the theater. We can't do much of anything. And you know what? We're 6, 7, 8 weeks, 11 weeks, 60 weeks.
The things we love have been taken from us.
Eat the fire. Eat the fire. So clearly we've crossed the threshold. We don't know which way, but into a delirium, maybe into our true selves. But there might be a looseness today. There might be an elasticity to today's proceedings.
And you know what? We might just get real. We might drop the acting, get real.
So just quickly, if you don't know us or what this is, and we're assuming that all 18 of you, last I looked, are our parents. So you do know what this is, but for the couple of you that might not be, yes, Dynasty Typewriter is a venue that we own and love. We can't have it open. Go Day is our weekly opportunity to check in with each other, check in with ourselves, and eat fire. But to try to talk to creative people, and I'm trying not to look at Vanessa as I'm trying to be earnest and vulnerable right now. If you're watching this, we want you to
nothing gives me the creeps more than a guy with emotions.
Well, sorry. And I can't play the victim card right now, can I? I just got to own it.
Go ahead. You got a pocket full of them, I'm sure.
Okay. Whatever.
let's get our moods right. I apologize for my careening energy.
There's nothing to apologize for. We are who we are. We're going through what we're going through, and um, just so the two of you that have never seen this before know, the goal after watching this is for you to feel more inspired to make things, to be creative, to be productive, and to be less hard on yourself for whatever pressures you're feeling, whether they external or internal, to just live your life and have fun. And remember that the world is absurd, more absurd arguably than ever before.
We're standing on a planet in space. Don't start Googling space. I'm sorry, I did that yesterday, and it's so much nothing. We don't always think of how much nothing it is. We think of planets and opportunities and the unknown. What we do know is a lot of nothing.
There's so much.
And more. We are just suspended in the nothingness.
So,
you know, we care about groceries. Yes, Jamie.
I think there might be a logical connecting point to your depression. Googling
my space Google.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's never good. But I don't know which comes first, the moment I decide to Google space or the results of me Googling space.
No, I do think you're right. I think the depression came first.
Yeah, I think so too. Why don't we do something we like to do every Go Day and start this off with a little bit of ceremony, because especially in uncertain times when there's so little schedule and time, it becomes all blurry. It's nice to kind of punctuate it yourself. And one of the ways we punctuate time is with our little ceremony of incense. Shall we?
So today, as we light our incense, and today we'll be doing, it's called Goddess of Egypt. It's an incense match. And I know that Vanessa will also be lighting some Palo Santo, I believe.
That's correct.
So as we light this today, we first take a moment to, of course, let the incense match do its due, which is to get to the point where it becomes incense. As we inhale the smell, the stench, the wafting,
the
musts of the world around us, we think about that we all are creators. We all want to make things, and sometimes we're so hard on ourselves. We like to think of success perhaps as at the end of this journey of creation, where we're going to make so much money and have so much fame and so much accolades, and people are going to want to hang out with us. And I might be burning my house down if this incense fell on the ground.
Well, we also are thinking I'm hearing a lot of creatives saying things like everything is on pause right now and things like that. So that also can throw its hat in the depression ring when you feel like the things that you define as success are the things that are your mile markers for you as an artist or as a productive human are completely out of your control right now. So today we are asking everyone to think of things that they're passionate about and to approach those projects not with the outcome in mind, but with a love for the process and realizing that every step you take in the process is success, which means you're going to be doing it for
yourself.
The do.
Oh, and for the do. And that's right. This is called speculative sponsorships. Mountain Dew now has the opportunity to give us a lot of money for this product placement. By the way, Mountain Dew, packed with sugar, can take any project from point A to point
X
virtually immediately, especially if that project is
involving a skateboard or
snowboarding down a mountain.
Cool. So everybody, today, take your moment, smell the air around you. If you lit something on fire, I hope it was safe. Take a deep breath and resolve that this week, every project you're doing, the success is the act of doing. That is the success this week.
Just
do the do.
just dive in and just do it. Just do the do. All right. Well, now that we've gotten the ceremony out of the...
Wait, we better release some doves.
So now, take a deep breath, and with that, we will release the doves of our creativity. So apparently my phone was ringing. And quick shout out, Mike Weiner, my best friend since 5 years old. Haven't talked to him since this pandemic started, but
he has just outed himself as a complete non-Go-Day, non-supporter, actually a traitor to your love.
Yeah, clearly just not paying attention to my very sporadic Instagram story postings and repostings about this event.
Mike Weiner, bad look. You heard it on Go Day first. Mike Weiner, not a good friend.
Okay, well, let's speaking of Mike Weiner and all of the friends in our lives, who I can't be angry at him for not knowing about Go Day because I don't know what hell he's going through. So I think we want to remind Oliver.
Oh, that's right.
That if you have people in your life, friends, family, anyone that you feel is not meeting you where you need to be met right now, cut them some slack and ask them,
how is your hell? That's such a great reminder. Such a great reminder.
And when all else fails, remind yourself that ultimately we can trick our brains into turning any hell into a heaven by simply telling ourselves that, hey, everything is
perfect. Because
so we're really excited about this next. Have I been outed? Everyone calm down. Everyone calm down. Are we having fun? Are we having fun?
Excuse me, sir. Are we having fun yet? Oh, pardon me. Can we have a little more fun over here? Oh no, we've had enough.
And some Parmesan cheese. Okay.
Just say when.
You ever go to this
comically large cheese grater?
And I love cheese so much. I'll say when in the year 2036.
Look, if this was a real cheese grater, it would be snowing cheese right now. This is the kind of stuff you can't get on most live streams. And that's what we're trying to provide today.
Yeah, live streams are a dime a dozen. But are you going to see... and that brings us to what we like to call our consensual screen grabs. It's the just kidding. Okay, I don't know. This is...
Oh, we should talk about we do have exciting things to talk about. So we're a theater, we are losing our minds, we are temporarily shuttered, but we've been coming up with a lot of fun ways to keep it going. And these are some great ways to keep going and support Dynasty. First of all, we have an amazing class being taught by Brent Forrester. Brent Forrester's Comedy Knowledge School. We are 2 weeks into the 6-week course, but if you decide you want to opt in now, the previous classes are available for rewatch, and enrolling in the class gets you access to these live streams with Brent, whose resume is insanely good. The Simpsons, The Office, King of the Hill, Love, Space Force, it goes on, and he's an amazing teacher. You also get access to the class portal on our website, which is full of resources, including worksheets and letters from Brent, and you get to come into a Facebook group with all the folks in class, and that group is blowing up with activity. So if you are interested in writing or the creative process, or just want to hear a real expert with a wealth of knowledge tell exciting stories, this is a great option. I wish there were other ways to support.
I know, wait.
What?
you like great fashion. You want to look so good
Love
this
it.
summer. Whether you're going to the beach
Yes.
or pretending to play at the beach, that's in your own living room. There's a great way to do it. And that's with our new line of Dynasty summer themed gear and outfits available in our souvenir shop now.
Oh
Included.
gosh, I hate shirts with sleeves. My arms itch.
Good news for you. There's now there's armless shirts that have
That's
no
great
arms.
for my arm allergies. I'll take 3, please.
You can have them. We
Oh
have
wait, but also my navel. I have a rash on my navel, and I can't wear a shirt that covers my navel.
Oh, well, guess what? We have one that
What?
takes the top and crops off the bottom part. So it's only the top. So your navel will be able to breathe at the beach or in your living room.
Well, you sold this woman with allergic skin zones on all of your stuff.
You're going to love it so much. And for you, how about for you? Because you have all these allergies and these personal hells you're dealing with, we give you 10% off in our store if you just use the new code Beast Mode.
Code Beast
13%
Mode.
off.
Ooh, 13% off. And can I just take a second to say, with all earnestness, that our Beasts of Summer shirts are so good. It's taken from this design. Beasts of Summer was our most outrageous popcorn topping that we've ever released. It was almost not even allowed to be released because it was such a dangerous combination of flavors. Well, we've taken the art for that popcorn topping and turned it into the hottest shirt. We have it in a t-shirt. We have it in a tank top. I'm getting them both. And Dan, designer Dan, sweet Dan Fazio, up in the comments too, did an amazing job taking this from sheet to shirt, as designers say. So get that shirt on, and you're gonna be saying, "Oh wow!"
Also, the people around you who see you will also be saying, "Nah, that's a great shirt.
Great shirt.
Great shirt."
What was that code again, Jamie? I can't remember a thing.
Beast Mode.
Code Beast Mode for 13% off. Oh.
Who said that 13 was an unlucky number when it can be a number that gives you a discount on things? Look out, Jason, with the hockey mask, because there's a new 13 in town, and this one's giving you great deals at the Dynasty online souvenir shop. So, all right, now, before we get to some of our wonderful guests, we have a new segment. Oh.
I also want to shout out Interest in Enchantments. Do you not want me to?
No, I just felt a good flow, and it's very rare for me, and I'll have to find it again. Go on with Interest in Enchantments.
We made a magazine, and you've already been able to get it on PDF form. It's called Interest in Enchantments. It's beautifully designed, again, by the wonderful Dan. We have all sorts of content in here from some of our very favorite folks. We got a Baron Vaughn, we got an Aparna, we got a Lorraine Newman. People all contributed. It's beautiful. And the hard copies are here. And honey, they are nice.
They're gorgeous.
So you'll want to save this. It's nicer than a regular magazine. And that is high praise from this magazine freak.
So fuck you, Vogue.
Yeah. Hannah Wintour. But really, you can go on our website and find this, but it's actually so beautiful. We really believe in the content, and we were excited to have a printed version, but the printed version is even nicer than we imagined. And it's a great little time capsule for this bizarre chapter, because a lot of people give quarantine recommendations or talk about how this is affecting them. So it's a wonderful memento from a bizarre time, and it supports the theater in a massive way. So thank you to those who have bought. And if you are on the fence, you better hop over, because this is nice. That's our catchphrase.
All right. So
Go.
okay. Hey, everybody. So you've come to know that Dynasty is very innovative, and we have great ideas. And you want to get in on them and make money with us. This is something that's called investing. And we have created a new segment that this is now going to be, I think, our second or third week in a row doing. It's called Investors Corner. And do we have that video ready? And we're back. So Right now, we're going to do, we'd like to give you just a very brief presentation on our newest product line that you have an opportunity to get in on the ground floor. Remember, this is a Go Day exclusive. You have the first opportunity to invest on the ground floor of what we think is going to be a great new thing. I'm going to share my screen if that's okay.
If you like to make money, this segment's for you. If
All right.
you hate to make money, just walk away.
So this might be you. You're an investor, always out on the town, trying to get stuff done. This might be you in a board meeting, looking at all the numbers, trying to crunch them to decide, is this an opportunity I should get in on? This is Investor's Corner. And now we'd like to introduce product number 7923-C, Rat Beloved.
Yes.
The first virtual best friendship manipulated by your mind. And there's the rat. So you might be asking yourself, what is Rat Beloved, right? Oh, well, it doesn't matter. No, what is Rat Beloved? Like that might be a book you have because you have so many questions and each page is all just another question. But first, let's address, there's a big elephant in the room, right?
Mm-hmm.
What is this distressed font that looks so great in this presentation?
It's very distracting.
It's called Coco Goose Narrow. It's available on thefont.com, which is a great place to get all sorts of great fonts for great presentation. And now back to the original question. What was that question, Vanessa?
What is Rat Beloved?
Well, you can
Don't ask us.
Ask Rat.
Ask Rat.
And Rat says, I am a product.
A product.
Says,
Plus Rat. An affordable and powerful source of connection. A semi-guaranteed ROI. That's a return on investment.
so if you're already you probably already want to give us all of your money so that you can make a lot more money. But let's tell you more.
Just for fun.
Here's how it works. First of all, you need to download the Rat Beloved quiz on the internet. Then you got to send that quiz back to RBHQ so the technicians can program your rat. Then you got to wait for the rat. And here's the important thing. You got to clear your hard drive. This quiz takes up a massive amount of RAM. Don't forget, you need to clear your hard drive. We can recommend some great external hard drives to move that stuff over, but you're going to want as much space as possible to get the most.
This is not a typical personality quiz. This is an in-depth quiz that's going to go into the nooks and crannies of your life, and you're going to be answering questions no one's ever asked you before, as our technicians determine what makes the best rat for you.
There he is. So how I work.
How I work.
You share
You share your secrets with me. I share my secrets with you.
It's quid pro quo when it comes to the secrets.
We develop a close bond. It is real. Once you've developed a trust in me, in 5 to 16 days, I start sharing products and services I think you might like. You buy them. Our bond is strengthened with every dollar spent.
Are you starting to see the opportunity, folks? I bet you are.
It's the build order window is visible to the folks at home, but that's just a part of our technology we use to actually build this thing, which is a separate pitch.
It's a intentional move. When you can see the build order, you get a little peek behind the engine. And
it feels bespoke.
Yes. So consumers know, and these are the people that will buy Rat Beloved, I am a safe way to make an amazing friend during these difficult times.
So many people are home alone right now. They don't have friends. They don't have connections. Rat Beloved does not spread COVID. Rat Beloved is a plush rat that does not breathe air. It does not eat food. This is a safe roommate, the only virtual safe roommate of its kind.
And that's all that the consumer needs to know. But you, the investor, needs to know what?
Once I win my owner's trust, I can sell anything, anytime.
And that's where money comes in for all of us.
Big time.
So just to get you a little bit excited, here's our Q1 projections for Rap Beloved. If this doesn't get you excited, I don't know. Well, $750 million. That's a lot of clams.
Absolutely.
But here's where it gets even more exciting. Our Q2 to Q4 projections in the billions.
This is the kind of opportunity that comes once in a lifetime.
And so just to wrap up this presentation, we already have a commercial made. If this doesn't get you excited, if you can't imagine seeing us on your TV and not immediately wanting to buy this product, then we don't know what will. So we're gonna fire it off.
Take a chance and take the quiz.
It's Rap Beloved.
Right to your door.
It's Rap Beloved.
Load anymore.
It's Rap Beloved.
Cause you got so much love.
It's Rap
to give.
Beloved. So we hate to leave. I know a lot of you probably right now are like, you want the rest of Go Day to be more on that presentation. You have a lot more questions. But just to keep our integrity for what Go Day is, we need to now get into the rest of the show.
I guess we do, but blow us up about Rap Beloved. Keep your head held high. Keep your spirits, with God, and invest in Rap Beloved as deeply as you can possibly go. Because in a time when so many of us feel like life is on pause, your banking account doesn't need to be. You can still wire money. It's completely contact free when you wire money, and Venmo is a completely contact free way to give money to us. So that's awesome.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
That is really awesome.
It's really awesome. Well, I guess we have to move on, which is a shame for everyone at home, but there's other things, other pastures to trump in, my little pigs.
All right, so I guess we're gonna get to our first guest. And
yes, I'm so excited.
We are truly excited. She's one of our favorite, beyond just performers, because she's one of the funniest comedians we've ever seen, and we love having her at Dynasty all the time, but just one of the sweetest humans. And so with no further ado, let's invite our first guest, comedian and wonderful human, Deb DiGiovanni. Hi.
Ooh. Glossin.
I'm just adding a little something. You know what I
Wait,
mean?
tell me more about that tube, Deb.
Listen, it's from Australia, and it's called Lucas's Paw.
The pawpaw. I have the pawpaw.
I'm not even sure it's for your lips, but I use it anyway. It's for literally.
You know what? I use it on my
your mouth.
baby's bottom.
Well, people have always said that my lips are as soft as a baby's bottom, so pass that around.
I love the beginning of this. I love where we are.
Where we are, how we started. Hello, how are you? I miss you. It's good to see
We
you.
miss you.
We miss you.
Ah,
Look at your
Tell us
hair.
about that puzzy.
listen, I've just started a new one. Thank you for the hair comment, by the way. Look at this. new
Oh,
one.
that's
begun.
nice.
Isn't
That's
it
fun.
pretty? It's pretty. It's hard, but it's pretty.
It
You know what
is.
I mean?
Who makes her? Is
This
it a
is
perfect
this
snap?
is it. Yeah, this is a by a fabulous company called Ebu, and I think I've done I think I've done every one of theirs that they offer. So I'm very excited. So what I'm doing right now, I'm just gonna go through and find the edges, the side pieces. That's it. Okay. While we discuss our lives.
That's
uh,
great.
and so meditative.
It's wonderful. It's very. I'm not kidding. I find it very calming. Usually when I do this, I listen to classical music like a murderer and just
Oh.
go.
You know, a lot of people compare our voices to classical music. So
This is it. This works out
allow
well.
this. Yeah.
Can you give me a little Chopin? Anyway, there, close, very close.
So how have you survived? How's your health?
Jamie, have I survived? This is the question. Have I actually survived? No, I'm okay. Yeah, I bet everyone's been saying to you, oh, I have good days and I have bad days, and that's it. Some days I wake up.
No,
and
actually,
I'm like,
everybody we've talked to is having a great day. Everybody's been doing great. Yeah.
Oh, really? All the time? Permanently?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Shut up. You don't know. You're making me. No, yeah. I have good days, and then some days I wake up and I go, I'm sad, and I don't know. For no particular reason, but weirdness, just weirdness. But other than that, I'm sure too. A lot of people have said that this isn't too far from my life already. Anyway, so I mean, this really isn't. With the exception of live shows, I mean, seriously, what's really changed? You know what I mean? I wear a mask to the grocery store. That's about it. That's about it.
Are you clocking a lot more puzzles than usual?
Yes, I mean, I was very smart, and I when this began, I went on Amazon and I was like, okay, I bought like 6. They are sold out. You can't get a puzzle.
Whoa.
Really?
Unless you know people. I'm not kidding. Unless you know people. Do you know what I mean? Unless you're connected. Yeah.
We could trade. I mean, we have a lot of puzzles at the theater and here, but a puzzle trade exchange program.
Oh.
Although every piece has potentially
has potentially COVID on it. But I would also say this though. Now this is something I'm okay with that. I've had friends be like, we should trade puzzles, and I'm like, okay, but I'm very I need to have the puzzle back in perfect condition. Do you know what I'm saying? It's these I keep them, I redo them and stuff, and I have there's a closet full of puzzles.
We're
a lifelong puzzler.
We at one point at the theater we had our puzzle table going nightly, and it was a big hit.
Why did I never see that? Where was I?
You were probably in the green room.
Yeah.
I was probably in the green room. That's very fair. But I'm disappointed because I would take control of that. Although I don't really like people helping me with my puzzle. I sort of want to do it by myself. You know what I mean?
That was a thing that would happen, was like we would get it all sort of sorted, and then someone would come. And I want it to be a community experience, but I also don't want anyone to touch it. So
to really, I have a neighbor, actually. There's a comedian that just moved into my building from Chicago, Molly, and she is a very good puzzle person too. So I've been loaning her some puzzles because I know where she lives. You know what I mean? I can get to her. But she also, so I do the edges first, right? I go and do the edges, and that's it. She doesn't. She just goes in and starts like a murderer. Like seriously, I'm like, oh, I gotta keep my eye on you because that's cuckoo.
I'm not an edge person.
What's happening?
I like to start if there's anything with a
color.
I like to find something that I'm interested in on the front, like a face. I'm like, oh, I want to find that little face.
Okay.
I
accept that, but I do it after the edge. Anyway, whatever. We're fine.
Yeah. No. Yes? I think your way is better. If that helps.
There's no wrong or right way to do a puzzle, and
no, there's really not, except for my way is right. But there's no way. There's no right or wrong way.
Well, we like to talk about puzzles as a metaphor because for life.
Okay.
And before we dazzle you with our interpretations, do you have any puzzle metaphors that you've been able to?
Okay. All right. Yeah, I do. Okay, so once I've been working on a puzzle for a long time, usually I can get a puzzle done about maybe 4 days, 3 or 4 days, maybe 5. But like once I really get into it, I find myself like not wanting to leave it. So sometimes I'll stay up late or get up early to go back to the puzzle. And then usually 1,000-piece puzzles, sometimes 2,000. But like once I get down to like the last like 25 pieces, it's like, my brain just does this thing where it's like, I should tape it because it just like you don't even. It just clink, 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 clink. Because you've looked at, do you know what I mean? Because you've looked at them for so long that your brain is now like, I just know where they all go. And I don't know if that's
I think
it
is
about life, but it feels like it.
Yeah.
Doesn't it?
It is like you get familiarized yourself with anything that you dive
Once
into.
you've worked long and hard enough, it just starts to fall into place.
It's true. And life is a puzzle. We're all trying to figure it out. And sometimes you gotta work the edges.
That's not bad.
Get into the deep stuff.
The edges. Get the corners and you're good to go. You know what I mean?
Well, we always say when we start it, we look at it and it's so overwhelming. If you've got a 1,000 piece or a 2,000 piece, it's like you're just like trying to flip all the pieces over. And there's always that thought of like, I picked the wrong puzzle. Like this isn't going to click for me. And then day 2, you know it. And you're like, oh, little Amish guy. You love it.
Yes.
Have you done the Amish guy one?
No, I haven't done the Amish guy one. But like,
it's a Charles Wasaki, early America kind of situation.
It's a Wasaki.
I have a tendency to go for chaotic puzzles where it's just like, you know what I mean? Like this company, honestly, if you really like it, I will loan you one. I really will. Because it's just bright, sort of like chaos, colors, flowers. This one has sloths in it. It's just, and they're fun because they're hard because they don't really make sense. Oh my God, puzzles are so deep. Are you kidding?
Puzzles are so deep.
We truly believe it. Before we forget, are you open? Would you consent to a screen grab with us?
Of course I do. Of course, absolutely.
Are you ready?
All right, on the count of 3,
I think I look at that way. Okay.
I think we got it.
Felt
Deb,
really
we had
good.
other stuff we were going to talk about, but I guess we can go there.
All right, hey, babe, what do you want?
You're from fucking Canada,
Toronto,
and but now you're not there.
No, I'm not there. I haven't been there in so long. I haven't been home to Toronto in years because I was working on my green card because Trump kept freezing immigration. So like every time I'd get 2 steps ahead, they'd freeze it, and I had to keep canceling trips home. And now this, I last time I was home was like 2018.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you wanted to escape back recently or no?
There's a little part of me that would because there's just something a little calmer and safer feeling about Canada, and healthcare and all the things, and the what Trudeau has put into place of the $2,000 a month, and but at the same time, I don't really have anywhere to go anymore. I really don't. All my friends have babies, rude, and I don't really have any. My dad's 83. Like I can't go and I wouldn't have anywhere to really stay. So as much as the idea of fleeing to Canada would have been nice, it wasn't. I knew it wasn't going to work out. And also I'm like, I feel okay here. I feel like, if I didn't live in California, maybe I would want to flee home, but we live here. So this feels a little safer than other states.
It truly does. I've been very grateful. Yeah.
Yeah, me too. So
how has your transition been from, when did you come here from Canada?
2014. The beginning of 2014, and and then that was in my 14th year of comedy. I started comedy in January 2000. So
it's a good time to start because you'll always know how long.
That's I was like, 99, forget it. I'm gonna give it a month, and then I went even very easy math on that one. But when I first got here, it was with no disrespect, I realized that the credits didn't transfer. Like it just, I don't get me wrong. Like I knew Jamie. I think Jamie and I had met at Just for Laughs, and I knew some comics. I'd worked with some people on Last Comic Standing, and I knew some people, but it was still very much like very big fish and little pond. Arriving, going, what? Oh, I have to go back to Mike's now. Like it was very, it was humbling. Which I have to say now, I look back now and say, best thing that I could have done for myself. I needed a very large scoop of humility. It had gotten I was so fortunate, and I'm so fortunate, and I'm so grateful to Canada. But it was it had gotten a little for lack of a better word, easy, and I was, great, very nice, very, very good. But then it just came that point where a friend of mine, who actually works for Just for Laughs, she had said, have you ever thought, why don't you shake it up? Why don't you scare yourself a little bit? And I was like, okay, because I'm fine, I'm single, I don't have any dependents. So I was like, okay, I might as well go now. And even though I thought maybe the that I thought it would break in a little quicker and it would be a little easier, I'm still super glad, and I wouldn't change it. The first 2 years were really hard. And then after that, probably like year 3, I started to feel very comfortable and welcome. And and then by year 4, I just, I feel very much a part of the community. And so, but I know I needed it. Like, I know I needed a start over. I really do. I feel like every comedian could really benefit from it. But the thing is, I think a lot of people that live in LA do, you know what I mean? Like, very few of us were born, raised, and started in LA. So I think everyone kind of gets that start over. But I think a lot of people come, or, they move from Poughkeepsie to LA at the beginning. And I think maybe, 7, 8, 10 years in, that's a good time to shake it up and scare yourself a little again,
How do you keep the humility? Meaning, and we talked about it earlier in the show, it's so hard not to load any of our creative ventures, certainly pursuing stand-up comedy, into a very set idea of what success is. And of course, knowing that ultimately it's never going to take that road as you expect. But when it's shifting off, how do you keep that humility?
Yeah, that's interesting too, because I think that, I think we all start our journey thinking, I'm going to be famous and this is and now I just want to work. You know what I mean? Now I just want to work and do work I like and do work I can be proud of and work with people I enjoy. I don't know if it's just because I'm older, but it's not, fame is not really so important to me anymore. I like being, respected amongst my peers. I want the respect of my peers and fellow comics, but I don't know, like, fame isn't so important to me anymore. I would just like to work. I would like to know where my next gig is coming. I would like to, know maybe I know what I'm doing in 3 months. I would love that. That to me, that's my exchange for fame now. I would love that. And to be able to work with people I really enjoy, that would be huge. And I mean, honestly, 12, 15 years ago, I wanted to be famous, but now, not necessarily.
Well, I think that veneer kind of comes off too as you get closer to things, because you're realizing like what you thought of was fame was probably just the idea of doing what you love and being known for it. And then you realize like there's so many shades of this. There's so many shades of being a working person that's like, because I think when we're younger, it's like, if I'm a successful artist, I would be famous. But now it's like, oh, my favorite people might not be household names, but they are supporting themselves and they are hilarious and they are good and they are working.
Exactly. Like, sort of my favorite question now, like, interview question. Who are your favorite comedians? Especially if I'm doing an interview with a Canadian outlet, almost always they don't know who I'm talking about. You know what I mean? But in my mind, I'm like, that's my favorite. They're my favorite. And they may not, know who they are, but I think, I think of them sort of like on a level of fame, just because they are successful and they get to do what they want. And I love them and everyone loves them. And, that kind of thing. So I think so too. I think that's sort of the idea. I think the definition of fame has changed a lot, especially now that children are famous for dancing on TikTok. You know what I mean? Like, that's like, is that, okay. So fame is, who knows what fame is anymore, honestly. I think we all just want to work. We all just want to
do puzzles.
Oh, we all just want to do puzzles in our time off and make people giggle and, work with lovely people. That's it.
Well, I feel like we should ask, who are your people?
There's so many, it changes so much. Like, I love Beth Stelling, and I love Kate Berlant, and I love Rory Scovel, and I love Maria Bamford, and I love Blair Saki. I love her so much. Can't pronounce her last name. Naomi Ekperigin.
We're not familiar with these folks.
No,
Who
I know
are
they? I know you haven't. But this is like, it's just like people that I see all the time, and that's it. I love Becky Robinson. I love Chris Fairbanks. It's just folks that I go, that you go and you watch them do a show and they make you scream laugh. Like another thing too, it's like, I don't watch a lot of specials. Like I don't watch a lot of Netflix specials, but I always stick around and watch the show. I always watch the people I'm on the show with. And that's who I want to watch, I want to watch Bronger. You know what I mean? I want to watch, that's my people, the people that I get to see all the time. Those are the inspiring ones. I mean, I want them to have Netflix specials too. Yes, I do. But I'd rather see them do a Type 7 in a shitty
Yes.
Room. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, the pleasure's mine. I can't wait till I can see you in real life.
I know.
Well, we miss you so much. Could you distill down some, and I think kind of based on what you said, a little bit like a hunk of knowledge for our folks.
I was going to say, a hunk of knowledge, but just about comedy or life or whatever.
Anything.
I mean, anything.
Okay.
Yeah, just a piece of inspiration or advice.
Oh, okay. You know what I said? I talked about this morning, and I'm going to say it again because I love it. Someone said to me a while ago, fear is 10,000 miles wide, 10,000 miles high, but paper thin.
That's really good.
Easy to walk through. Looks terrifying, but easy as well. Easy.
It took me a while to get the physics of that, but
I know.
It's what the physics are similar to? A puzzle.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh my God.
Always go for the corner pieces. That's it.
And also always go for the perfect. Maybe the perfect snap doesn't exist.
Yeah, maybe that's it.
There's something there. Yeah.
Wow.
Well, more puzzle talk soon.
Absolutely. See you.
Bye.
Bye, Deb. We love you. Thank you.
Love you. Bye.
Oh, what a delight.
I love her.
Just wonderful energy. I just like last week, making it a bit of a thing.
Go to the bathroom?
I drink so much tea before we record these. And
I have a thing I'll say while you're gone.
It's just
it won't take that long even. This is just a little lovely phrase I heard this week, and maybe it will speak to other people as it spoke to me. I did a little Zoom improv, as one is wont to do in these psychotic times. But the guest monologist was Stephen Tobolowsky, who is one of the most amazing actors of all time. And if his name doesn't ring a bell, just look him up. He's been in everything. But he's also a brilliant storyteller. And look up Stephen Tobolowsky. He has a podcast called The Tobolowsky Files where he tells stories. But he's so smart. And he was telling a story, off the cuff about his life. And it was basically an instance where he and his wife were at a zoo and somebody yelled about a dog that was on the loose, and they saw this dog and it was coming toward them and it was scary. And there was a man with a pith helmet. And then they realized that the dog, once the man had kind of calmed it down, was a baby white rhino, the only white rhino born in captivity. And his takeaway that he kind of ended this story with was, my wife and I at first saw a dog, and it was such a shame because our expectation for the miraculous was not high enough. And he was just encouraging people every day to maintain a high expectation for the miraculous, and it will inform everything that you see. And it almost made me cry because, what good advice? Approach every day like you don't know what will happen, because we truly don't. And there are little bizarre things of wonder and, good and bad side of everything around us. But to try to encourage yourself to have a high expectation for the miraculous is a wonderful favor for your mind and soul. Jamie's back.
Really perfect timing. And I really believe that, Vanessa. I mean, and is Tobolowsky, he's Groundhog Day.
Yep. Yeah. And Sneakers. And I mean, like every movie, he's just so funny. He's so Ned Ryerson on Groundhog Day.
Ryerson. But we talked about it a lot, and just before we get to our next guest, like really trying to remember that enchantment, which is kind of the word that propels the mission of Dynasty, is to remember that every day, every moment, we don't know what's coming next. And to approach everything with that curiosity as you're outside, as you're even inside today, looking around like lamps.
Yeah. And you don't have to take other people's word for it too. Like I think so often we let people plant seeds in our head. Like they heard somebody scream a dog, and so they were only looking for a dog. And And it ended up being this really miraculous interaction with one of the most rare animals in the world. And the rhino charged them, this baby rhino charged them before the guy with the pith helmet came up. And they still thought it was a dog. That's like all they were seeing. They thought it was some sort of wild dog. And then right before it got to them, it stopped because it saw its shadow and it started dancing with its shadow. And he said they just like stood there frozen as this man like laid down treats for the rhino and then led it back to its cage. But yeah,
it's so dancing with the shadow.
It's the cutest, weirdest thing I can imagine seeing. It's like makes you want to weep about the possibilities of this wildlife that we don't even see if we're not looking for them. So yeah, I love Deb. I can't wait to keep the show going because we've had this weird energy. It feels nice to be connecting with other people. That's what the doctor ordered.
Speaking of Dr. Dr. Pepper with the same company as Mountain Dew, who we're trying to get to be a sponsor. That's a callback to earlier in the show. Let's get on to our next guest. This next guest, I've known for a long time and had the pleasure of hosting at Dynasty last year. She recorded her album at Dynasty for All Things Comedy, which is a great comedy brand and podcasting network. And we'll let her tell you the rest, but put your hands together for our next guest, Aisha Alfa.
Video thing. Oh, thank you. Sorry. Yay!
Yeah.
Hey, hi guys. Oh wait, sorry. I'm supposed to turn off. I was watching on the phone and I had to turn it off. It was so lovely.
What were your like top highlights so far? Like the moments of
oh my god! So when you guys came on, and then the rat, and then Deb. I mean, Deb's always a highlight.
That's so good.
You can be honest about the rat. Would you how much money would you like to invest?
I would invest every Canadian dollar I have, which is way more than my American dollars.
I forgot we have double Canadian right now.
Yeah, back to back Canada.
That's what we call Canadian back bacon. Ooh. That had to cost $5,000. How did you get one of those?
Guys, how do you think you convinced me to invest in a rat? I have someone who came and stayed at our home brought this as a gift, and my husband was like, "But why?" And I was like, "Yeah, this is
thank you."
Can we actually get a consensual screen grab? Or do you consent to a screen grab with us?
I consent to as many screen grabs as you like. Guys, I washed my hair today. It's hair wash today, so I'm
look
like clean and everything.
You look inspirational. If I could look that alive, you really look alive.
Yeah.
In a way.
I wash up and I'm like, I'm already. And after that, it's just like everything, like my hair gets pulled up more and more. And yeah.
You're in the sweet zone right now. So we're going to grab it. You can hold the light up if you wish.
Yeah, the light would be great. Yeah.
Oh, hold on. Let me turn it on.
Oh, shoot. I'll light some fire. There we go. Okay.
Grab life by the flame. Go day.
Grab life by the flame.
Grab life by the hot stuff. Oh, great. Great.
So congratulations on your special.
Thank you so much. Also, thanks for letting me come and do it at Dynasty.
It was so nice to have you.
It was so fun. I love that stage so much. I love you guys. I love everything about it. Literally, people were talking to me afterwards. They're like, "Oh my gosh, it was so cool. Walking in was an experience." I'm like, "I know, it's the best." Yeah, very well done.
Remember when people used to be together?
Will it ever happen? Cool. I mean, I'm lucky that I get to be with two people that are the only two people I really want to hang out with 24/7 anyway. My hubby and my little one. So I'm pretty lucky in that way, but I realize there's a part of me that's like dying. Do you know what I mean? Like there's a part of my brain and heart and soul that's going into atrophy a little bit because I'm not able to be in that space and exercise those parts of me that get lit up, just like our flame and our lighter and our, all these things that I love my husband, but he's not a crowd of people. As much as he tries hard to be.
Mine's not either. It's a bummer.
Right? Yeah. What's up with that? Sure. So it's a time.
But
It's
it
a
is a
time.
kind of great time to release a special, maybe? Like,
I think so. I mean,
yeah.
people are wanting things to watch and listen to and are stuck at home looking for content. So of all the, it was all the people who, like some people who were going on tours and had to cancel those. I'm like, oof, that really sucks. But for me, it was hey, listen to this or stay home and watch this. And people can still do all that, which is lovely. And now I'm doing podcasts and things like this, which are great to reach out and talk with people about it. And yeah, people can still consume me, which is delightful.
Where for people watching now, where can they find this recording?
Oh my gosh, where can't they? Under my pillow at bed, in my mailbox. You can get it on All Things Comedy, which is the group that produced it. Also on iTunes, Pandora, Spotify, Google, all the places. Also, if you just come to any of my social media or to my website, aishaalfa.com.
Classic.
There. Yeah. I got all of my social media is just my name. Very lucky.
That's so nice.
Yeah.
You must have got in that game early.
I think that I got in early, and also there are few Aisha Alfas. So
it's a pretty sweet spot you're hitting there.
Yeah. They're pretty well with this name.
We wanted to know if you would play a game with us.
Absolutely.
All right.
And unlike most shows for our viewers, just so our viewers know, we give our guests absolutely no preparation.
Because
I hope it's like easy and I hope it's easy and fun.
Well, I don't think it's going to be either.
Okay, great. Hard and really not fun at all. This is
taxing. Yeah.
Well, we made a video. Let's start. We got some opening credits. Let's roll those.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K.
Alphabet soup.
Alphabet soup.
Oh, I'm
Alphabet soup. And there was music and little kids saying the alphabet. It was very cute.
Aww.
But now we're going to bring up the screen.
So this is a game of intelligence. It's a game of strength and of like all of our games, integrity. The game is called Alphabet Soup, and it is a game in which we show you images of soup and you try to tell us what kind of soup it is.
Can I just tell you, I have a major love of soup. Not even kidding.
Oh,
then you're gonna do great.
I haven't had a ton of different kinds. I just got a recipe book of 365 days of soup that I asked for our wedding.
It better not be right in front of you right now.
No cross-referencing.
For each soup, you'll have 5 seconds to name that soup. If you name it correctly, we're going to donate $10 to one of our local favorite nonprofits in our neighborhood called Get Lit, which is a literacy program and poetry program for children in school.
This is so much pressure.
And if you don't get it right, we're going to litter. We're going to spill oil and put batteries in the regular trash for everything you miss.
No. Okay.
So soup number 1. Sammy, get that timer ready. Go. You have 5 seconds.
Matzo ball soup.
Oh my
Dang.
God. Some kids just got...
Wow.
All right. We're starting easy.
3 kids just learned how to express themselves.
With iambic pentameter. Okay. Soup number 2. 5 seconds. Go.
French onion soup. My absolute fave. Guys, come on. Let's go.
Okay.
All right.
She's better than we thought, JD.
We didn't know what to expect. You can't gauge someone's soup if you don't know them. Okay. Well enough. We've never had a meal at a restaurant with soup. Okay. Number 3.
No
Okay, 5 seconds.
restaurant meals, but none of these soup kinds. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, I'm gonna say that this is some sort of like butternut squash.
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
That is impressive. Okay.
I
Number 4.
misguessed this one. I thought it was a bisque.
Oh.
A bisque, by the way, is usually going to be seafood.
Huh.
Tomato
bisque.
Yada, yada, yada.
Tomato bisque, I think, would usually have some sort of seafood in it. Okay. Next soup. 5 seconds. Go.
Pho or pho.
Yes. Or pho.
Fuck you. You did a great job.
right, this is not seeing this is way too. Next soup, go.
Wait, nothing's changed.
The image hasn't. Okay.
Oh, is this like, what's it called? Pozole?
No.
Is it like Mexican?
Yeah.
I'm gonna litter.
Oh no, don't do it. Okay, let me just, it looks like a kind of a fiesta Mexican kind of.
I think that's
You're close. You're close.
I don't know what the name would be, but
What's cut up in? Look at the shards. Look at the shards. The shards tell
tortilla.
the story. Yes.
Chicken tortilla soup, yes.
Chicken tortilla soup.
This is the last one of this round.
Oh, Italian wedding soup. Boom.
That's
Boom.
really impressive. Okay, now we're in for a treat. This is and I think
This
Sammy
is double it or bust.
All the litter and no money, or all the money and no
Okay,
litter.
you ready? Oh, nuts.
Jamie.
Oh, chowder challenge. Oh, you know what? This is real tough because I have never actually eaten a chowder.
Oh.
I think based on your knowledge so far, I think you're gonna knock this out of the park. Name this chowder.
Potato corn chowder.
Just take close.
Give me a region. Give me a region.
New England.
No. This is just corn chowder.
Oh, this is just
We'll
corn
give it to
chowder.
you.
Oh.
Chowder. Okay.
All right,
Sorry.
we'll give it to you. All right, second chowder. Name that chowder.
It's not okay.
This is clam chowder. Yes.
But what kind?
New
we
England clam chowder.
Yes, it is. And finally, name that chowder.
Region. City.
Boston clam chowder. Is that
The Muppets would take it if they could.
Manhattan?
It's a Manhattan clam chowder. We'll give it
That's
to
a
you.
thing? I did not know that. I've never even heard of that. Got to read that book, that recipe book, a little bit more, I guess.
Yeah. Gosh,
Well,
how disappointing.
You stepped up to the chowder challenge. I think next time we gotta up the challenge a little bit. But
well, we were thinking of having it as very zoomed in images of soup, but that seemed too hard. But maybe that would be better for you.
I think, you know what, one suggestion I would encourage you to put in for the next soup aficionado is a kimchi jjigae. A nice Korean soup that is well known by me. I was really thinking, I was like, they're going to try and stump me with a kimchi jjigae.
No, I realized I think Italian wedding, maybe it's more popular than I thought, but I thought that would get.
You know how I know that is because when I was a kid, we used to go to the Olive Garden, and that was one of the options when you got the soup and salad unlimited.
Oh, yeah.
And that was one of them.
I didn't realize, Olive Garden, if I looked at their soup menu, that would, damn it.
Oh, the Olive Garden.
The Olive.
What a
That's
beautiful
the thing I miss the
garden.
most about this is just not being able to go to the Olive Garden in person.
Because you could see your family.
Yeah, when you're there, your family.
Your family.
Yeah.
I don't care about my mom and dad. I care about the servers that I see at the Olive Garden.
And they're big, greater. Look, we are really in a circle of ideas today, as they say.
One of my girlfriends when I was a kid, I remember the Olive Garden being a real treat when we were a kid. She had a birthday party. Her parents went to the Olive Garden and bought the salad dressing, and they made like an Olive Garden salad at the birthday party, and people lost their shit. Like they're like, "Can I have as much as I want of this salad?" Just tell me how much. What's the portion we've portioned out for everybody?
Now,
you know what would be great? Like a Cheddar Bay biscuit situation. Red Lobster. If you had those biscuits at a birthday party, I feel like I would have thought you were a millionaire.
Yeah, really. I know. It's like,
money means nothing to these people.
I can't give her this gift. It doesn't cost enough.
Speaking of circle of life, I in high school, I think that was a date night for me and my girlfriend at the time. The Lion King and then Olive Garden, or in the other order.
It's I feel like it's one of those places. It's part of our childhoods, but it's not a place I go to anymore, really.
I don't think I've been there since high school.
Yeah.
We don't really have an easy option for it. I don't think.
No.
It's a drive. Can I ask you, how are you finding parenting all the time of quarantine?
Oh my gosh, I was thinking about you because I think our kids are very similar age.
Yeah.
It's at first I was like, this is fine. This is no different than how I was like, he's 10 months. He's not even able to walk. So we hang out, we go to the park and all this kind of stuff. And then the park started getting closed down. And then it was like, wear a face mask and you know, and then it's been like months and it's just like, when does it end? So there's been some real down days where I just lay on the ground and maybe a couple tears flew out of the eyes and my kid just climbed on top of me and it made it all better. But what I'm realizing is if I stop worrying about when it's going to end and stop thinking about like the things I'm missing, then I get to actually be in the moment with my kid.
Yes.
And realize that like for him, not much has actually changed. Like he's still learning all the things he would learn and doing all the adventures that he would be doing inside of our place. And so if I'm there with him, it's like the line in Brandy Carlisle's song, Mother of Evangeline, where she's like, all the wonders of the world I'll get to see another time. Like that's what's happening right now when I'm actually just being in the moment with him.
Beautiful.
It's cool. Yeah. I don't know. I'm like, how are you? And then I also lose my mind. Like I'm not some sort of saint who's like, and then you just enjoy your children. I'm like, sometimes I'm like, we started sleep training last night. So I'm like, this could end.
A thing.
I'd love to go out, you know?
Yeah.
But there are some like moments of the zen-ness of just being in the moment and being where I am and not worrying about the rest of it and getting back to life how it used to be, because who knows how it's going to be totally different once this is all done. Which
I think that is the biggest shift.
Remember when they said we're going to close down for 2 weeks, and then everyone's like, okay, great. I'm like, I think they knew it was a lie. They're just like, no one's going to agree to do this for months on end.
They just wanted to keep us sedated a little bit. I think that the shift even in LA this week of like saying through July was actually helpful to me, of just like, we're not planning for when this ends. Let's just enjoy this and find the structure in our own rhythms, instead of like, oh no, what if? Just don't even worry about it. I think this is pretty sweet time, honestly. And I have a 6-year-old and a 10-month-old, but it's a lot to be working and to be parenting, but it's really sweet in terms of they're bonding a lot. There's so much discovery, like you're saying, like a little baby is discovering things in their hand. You know, they don't need an adventure beyond, honestly, watching light through a window. Like, I know it might be better.
We should all be like, remember, like being able to just look out the window and being fascinated by a bird flying by and slowing down the pace a little bit. It's kind of mesmerizing to like lean back into when we were discovering things for the first time again.
Yeah,
curiosity.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah,
curiosity. Miraculous.
Curiosity.
Well, do you have, before we say goodbye, let's try this out. It's a new term for what we want to try out for a nugget of wisdom from you. But can you give us a gob of insight?
Yeah, because gob has the word go in it.
I love it.
So
like really like a in the brain, and then you want me to just like spit that out.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is something that my dad used to say to me all the time. And I think that like this leaning back into the simplicity of the moment. And so it's a saying that is, keep a green tree in your heart and perhaps a singing bird will come. So remembering to just like, you know, if we're like looking for things elsewhere, like the green tree kind of dies off and doesn't get watered and doesn't do all these things. But if you just like stay in here in the moment and stay fresh and stay like curious or excited about what's going on or enjoy and be grateful for the little things, then things come to you that are wonderful and fly to you.
Who is your dad?
I know. My dad's like, I mean, and listen to my album. You'll hear a lot more than you would expect from just this show. But he's a lovely Nigerian man who's just very unexpected. He's always wearing a beret. Like, this is the man he is. So, yeah.
Well, thank him and thank you. That's beautiful.
I feel the tree in my heart is growing right now.
Yeah.
And we're big tree people. Like,
love them. Love the damn things.
They are. I would love to give a tree a hug right now, but you know, they don't have a face mask on, so we can't.
No.
Up to a tree.
Well, thank you. You also raised, we'll say, $100 for a great nonprofit. With your knowledge of soups, I bet you didn't know that was going to pay off today.
I mean, I was hoping one day it would, so this is the day.
You've been studying for this your whole life.
I have been.
And when we get out of this, we'll get some soup.
Oh yeah.
Nothing
Olive
better than
Garden
that on a hot day.
I'm down.
Oh yeah, a nice hot cream-based soup on the middle of summer. Thank you for joining us.
You're so wonderful.
We love you.
Love you.
Album is so good. We're so honored that you did it at Dynasty, and we can't wait to see you on the other side of the rainbow.
Yes, yeah.
Unless that implies death, in which case, I mean,
it's fine too.
One day I'm gonna die, and I hope that I get to see you guys then as well. So
that would be great. Yeah, baby rhinos and trees abound in our eternal heaven.
All right, love you guys.
Hi, thank you.
Oh, delight.
Totally. A dream right to your door. It's
That's
Rat
right.
Beloved.
FYI, our emails is blowing up right now.
Oh my gosh.
With inquiries for the Rat Beloved from the top of the show. Keep them coming though, because we want to make all of you rich.
Yeah, it's our greatest desire.
Say,
it's only our greatest desire.
I think we're jarred right now. Oh, never mind. I'm not going to say anything about the time, but we are we're in a great place, and we have one final guest. Let's just get them on. They're one of our truly favorite humans, which if you're seeing a recurring theme, it's that all the guests on Go Day are our favorite humans, truly.
And that's not made up, and it is not hyperbole. We are so lucky that every week we get to invite our very favorite people, and sometimes they say yes.
And so this next guest has a big feature in Interest in Enchantments, as was promoted at the top. Our new magazine, which, as Vanessa displayed, we have a beautiful print version of now. Look at that beautiful thing. Let's show the binding. It's like real. It's the whole damn thing. But Dave wrote a beautiful piece. He's a wonderful writer. He's a wonderful host and performer, and just all around kind of quintuple threat. Yeah. So let's bring him on. Dave Holmes.
Hello. Oh, start my video.
Oh, yeah.
There it is.
And we're live. Hi, welcome to the show.
Another impossibly healthy and living looking person.
I'm sorry. I just had to turn down my YouTube.
You just look so healthy and alive.
Thank you. Well, you know, I got one of those Philips Hue lights, so I can adjust it to make me look less peaked. How are you?
You do look great. Notably less peaked than last time we spoke.
Okay, good.
We're doing great. We're so glad to have you.
I'm so happy to be here.
Adore you.
I adore the both of you.
You're a good human. You've got good energy every time.
Thank you.
And you're so supportive. And yeah, we just really appreciate all that you've given to the theater in our first couple of years. And yeah, welcome to Go Day.
Yes, you are the beautiful bird that has come and sung in my green tree that I keep.
Oh,
my soul.
Yes. Yeah.
We can be the bird
just gonna make me cry. You're the bird in our tree.
Oh my God! Thank you.
Sometimes you're a bird and sometimes you're the tree.
Sometimes.
You're that
Dave,
shit.
That's what I was sort of thinking. Dave, tell about your lovely quarantine traditions that you have been upholding.
Well, yeah, tradition is key, I have found. It's good to have things to look forward to. So one of them, there's a weekly tradition. It in fact starts in about 45 minutes. We do a pub trivia night over Zoom. We were invited by comedian Matt Bronger and his wife. It's a lot of her family and friends kind of who are scattered around the world. And on Sundays at 4, we do trivia and we take turns hosting it. And it's a ball. I hosted it 3 weeks ago and made it so hard that everybody had a terrible time. I was like, I wanted it to be challenging and stuff, but it was like 3 questions in, I was like, if you don't actually live inside my head, then you're going to have a terrible time and not know it. It's not smart stuff. It's just specific stuff.
Yeah.
So we're not hosting tonight. We're just
Can you try? Do you remember one question that maybe maybe we can blow your mind by actually knowing?
I did like a queer history category, and I was like, if you do badly on this, you're homophobic, and like nobody got anything right.
That's a
like,
fun
and immediately I knew that
announcement.
I'd made it way. I was kidding, but then also it was like, well, maybe you guys are not super allies. What was it? I can't even remember. I've blocked it out. It was such an unpleasant experience of sort of blocking it out. However, I did tell it to my friend Will Hines, who thought it was really funny. So he made an emergency podcast out of it. So search for Will Hines emergency podcast. He got a Jeopardy All-Star, like a 3-time Jeopardy All-Star winner. And then like a control group of somebody who he knows to be of average intelligence that we did my quiz, and it was bad for them too.
Oh my gosh, that's
but
amazing.
Again, it's not smart stuff. It's just
you're
like
off the hook, Bronger family.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's a weekly thing. That's key. But then every night at 5 p.m. Ben, my partner, and I we put lawn chairs out on our front lawn, and we, open the bottle of wine we've had our eye on since noon, or we, make some gimlets or whatever. And we just sit on the front lawn and watch the world go by. And it's, we live in like a little neighborhood. We don't really know or didn't know our neighbors super well, but now, one by one, like people have come over with their lawn chairs and their cocktail from home, and it's kind of nice, and like people come and walk their dogs, and we wave, and it's nice to wave at your neighbors.
That's so
it's
nice.
It's just a thing to know that we have at the finish line of every single day.
Yeah, mark
and we
a
stick
day.
to it. 5 o'clock sharp. We tie our dog to a dumbbell and let him kind of run around. Not like, you know what I mean? Like on a leash, but on a dumbbell. And let him, be outside. And it's really nice. It reminds me of something my grandparents would have done. And it gives structure to the day.
Oh, yes. That's really nice.
And we do that for maybe 90 minutes. Then we go inside and put on a record and make dinner.
That
and these,
so good.
These are all things we would mean to do before, but we never really did them.
Yeah.
And now it's like, it's important for our sanity to have some form, even distant, of human contact. And it's nice. Also, I have friends who DJ from their apartments or houses or whatever. As a matter of fact, faintly in the background in my earpods, a friend of mine in Mexico is DJing right now. So I've got some smooth disco beats happening very lightly over this conversation.
There's a multitasking. Okay.
That's exactly right. Bright Light, the great Welsh pop and dance artist, DJs from his living room in the East Village every Saturday, starting at noon Pacific. Bright Light X2 is his name on Instagram or Facebook. We watch it on Twitch. Yeah, there are weird, new, exciting traditions now that we can't leave home.
You're one of the most productive people, it seems like, in our world. You just seem to have your hands in so many cool projects. How do you have an approach as far as rituals and traditions to get into those worlds? Like, how do you figure your day to get that stuff done?
It really helps to have deadlines and to promise things to people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do write a lot, but mostly I write because I have told people that I would write for them and they are expecting it, and I have signed a contract. And if I don't do it, then I'm in trouble. So like there's a sitcom spec script that I feel like is written in my head. I haven't tapped out one character of it yet because nobody's paying me to do it, and I'm not.
You should do Brent Forrester's class.
I should do Brent Forrester's class.
We'll send you the info. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I really should do that. Yeah, I love him. I love him so much. So I definitely should do that. But yeah, no, really the key is to over schedule yourself for sure.
Yeah.
If you can't count on yourself to stick to deadlines, then, create an external pressure and it will work. It'll work. It was the only way I got a book done was, you know, the book was like an idea that was germinating in my mind for a long time. And then somebody gave me an advance to write it. And it was like, you know, I think in the time before that, I would have given up when it got hard. But once you've made an agreement with somebody, you can't give up when it gets hard. So whether that's a real contract that you make with somebody or whether it's just an agreement that you make with a friend or an accountability group or something, like do what you can do to like be accountable to somebody other than yourself. I am a good self-starter. I'm not a great self follow through where I can start a lot of stuff. But it takes a little external pressure for me to actually finish it.
Yeah. Well, you just saying about you've written a book, you've hosted, you write articles, you run marathons. Like you have had such an amazing career, and
thanks.
And it's taken so many exciting shapes. What did you think you were going to end up doing? Like when you started out?
I will tell you this. I didn't know. I when I was like 15, there was this like, there was an alternative station in St. Louis that was like very small. Like you had to live within basically like a 1 mile radius of the tower to get it. But all of like the kids who like the Smiths within that 1 mile radius all listened to this station. And it wasn't quite a college station. It was sort of, it operated out of the back of a YMCA. It was very strange, but I lied about my age and I went and I got a job there when I was 15. And I was like, this is what I want to do. And I got a little bit away from that for a while. I sort of tried to make myself a normal person and that didn't work. So then once I got back into doing creative things, once I started working at MTV, like when I got the MTV job, the thing that I was most excited about was that it gave me the profile to follow as many of my whims as I wanted to. You know, it would give me enough of a name to write for a magazine if I wanted to, or
I love that. Yeah.
Pitch ideas to XYZ if I wanted to. And that's exciting. The drawback in that comes from being somebody like me who wants to do everything. So I do everything. And I'm now in a process in my life where it's like, okay, I better start doing one thing well, you know, for the next 10 years or so. It'd be nice to not be chasing a million, you know, contracts and checks and that kind of thing. Pardon me?
How do you do that?
Well, you know, sometimes the world locks down for a few months at a time and you have a little bit of an opportunity to contemplate and to meditate and to figure out what exactly it is that you want to do. So I'm trying to use this time in the cocoon to figure out exactly how I'm going to emerge.
Well, we're excited, and any path you go down, know that you have a home to express it.
And you were a butterfly before you got in the cocoon, honey.
Oh, baby, thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And like I feel tremendously lucky to know folks like you and to have known folks like you for such a long time, and to have watched you create this place and this space and this community. It's a beautiful thing.
Well, thank you.
I miss being there physically, but I'm glad it still exists.
Well, we're like you. We have so many interests and enchantments as well.
Yeah.
So I think we relate, and I think anyone that really taps into their creativity, that's probably something you don't want to just do one thing. I always envy the people that like, I will write novels, and that is what I will do. I've known a few people, they have that exact voice and inflection, and they say that.
Oh, creepy.
Very pretentious. Yeah.
That's weird. I don't like that at all.
Before we go, and Dave, if you're open, we have a quiz game for you.
I'd love it.
But before
it's very intellectual.
Great. I will mess it up.
We wanted to know, would you first consent to a screen grab with us?
Absolutely.
All right. On the count of 3.
I look over there. That's where you are in the world. Good. All
right.
Okay, we'll see.
Sammy, do you have
see how that turns out?
Video? All right.
Okay, we're gonna play the video.
Okay. Video play.
See your face?
Behind Sammy.
Oh, I see. Holmes, sweet Holmes. I love
That's
it.
right.
I love
It's
it. I'm already in.
Home Sweet Homes.
All the way in.
Okay, so here's how it works.
Yeah, you can go.
Your last name kind of sounds like home.
It does.
We took that as a starting
Our
point.
experts noticed that, and then we sent it to our other experts who said, well, there's a lot of phrases with the word home in it that we could play on. We landed on Home Sweet Home. We took that. We took it to some other experts. They turned that into Home Sweet Homes. We had our video editors in the Bay create that intro. And now we're here to the most thrilling quiz game of all time, where we're going to show you.
Hold on, wait. Let me do like a Who Wants to Be a Millionaire thing. Da 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 da.
Oh. All right.
That was big budget.
Now we're ready. Thank you. Yes.
Thank you to Phillips. So, okay, here's how it's going to work. Everyone's quarantining right now. But can you guess, based on the pictures, who's quarantining in this specific home?
Okay.
And we have a feeling.
But also, it could be sometimes they're not. They would have done this a long time ago. It's not always current.
Right.
Okay.
You on your toes. For each one you get right, we give $10 to Get Lit, one of our favorite nonprofits for literacy. For each thing you get wrong, you heard it, we litter. So let's go.
All right.
Okay. I do not want to be responsible for litter. You know that.
I know that.
All right, we'll start here.
Oh my God.
This.
Oh my God.
This form. Okay, let's think.
Don't give too many clues.
This person did.
I'm getting the sense you don't know who this is, Jamie.
No, I do.
Oh, we do, and once you know, you won't. Yeah.
If you need law enforcement for tights, and then they went on to make actual laws. This person, and this is their animals and their nook.
Well, don't worry about any kind of growth on those animals because it's probably not a tumor.
Arnold Schwarzenegger?
That's right. This is where Arnold Schwarzenegger is
God.
And if you have missed his videos from quarantine are at this table with these animals, and he's giving sort of like pep talks, and it's very unsettling. And also,
wow.
Who would have thought he had all those tchotchkes?
Who would ever have known? And he is fully. He's one mustache away from being Bluto from the Popeye cartoons. it's the he's got like the Jim Belushi eyebrows now.
Yes, and this
older
puppy
guys
has
dye
a
their
little hair
eyebrows.
bow
I don't
on.
know why. Yeah, it's very
not
strange.
a good look. It's too pigment.
All right.
And both of those larger animals are about to swallow that smaller animal.
Yes.
I mean, the nostrils on that donkey are truly a sight to behold. That is a large circumference.
They really are. Wow, what a creepy, tacky house.
It is a little bit more country, and that weird skeleton doesn't fit in.
What is that
God bless
for?
It's sort of like a German Cracker Barrel.
What creepy Illuminati secret society gave him that award? That's that bejeweled skull.
Oh, I hadn't even noticed that skull.
It looks like it's a grape on it. Okay, are you ready for the next one?
I have never been more ready for anything in my life.
All right, we'll do a timer on this if that's available.
Okay.
5 seconds.
3, 2, 1. Okay, 5 seconds. Who's quarantining here?
Jewel?
Ding, ding, ding.
Is it Jewel?
Yeah.
It is.
I interviewed Jewel 2 days ago for Access TV.
You didn't mention that to us when we talked. How
she
weird.
Was delightful. She was delightful. Oh, that's right. That had just happened when we spoke. Yeah. She's just an absolute treasure. She's so sweet and so talented.
I love her.
I do too.
And yeah, she started in a van.
She sure did. Her new record is really great. It's called Grateful. It's exactly what you need to hear right now.
Really? What's the vibe? Is it country?
It's kind of folky. It's actually like the vocals are a little more soulful than we're used to hearing from her, but the lyrics are on point. It's great.
You know, I've created a term for vocals like that. It's called soulcals.
Vocals.
And so you can use that in your next piece.
I'm probably gonna do that maybe.
And
okay, great.
the goal is to sell them to Soul Cycle, and so because they sound like each other. All right, ready?
Do you remember Group Fitness? Lord have mercy.
GF, no. All right, ready for the next one?
Yes.
All right, 5 seconds starting now. I feel like you're not going to get this, but like you'll enjoy it.
Oof. Robert Smith or Liza Minnelli?
Really good guesses.
Closer to. Well, actually, I don't know.
It's like if they had a love child, maybe.
Okay.
But also there'd be. All right. Do you give up?
I do give up. Yeah.
Oh, maybe. Okay. Here's a clue. Like.
Oh.
Look at the leopard prints. Maybe they're from
Zebra.
Panama or zebra. Oh, that is definitely not a leopard.
No, it's not a leopard at all. It's zebra.
100%
zebra. David Lee Roth?
Boom.
Oh my! There he is. You've captured him right in his living room.
This is just him.
This is a recent photograph.
5 o'clock.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Yeah. I'm in. A friend of mine saw him in concert recently and said, and I was like, how did he look? And he said, he looks like a creature from Hebrew mythology.
That's interesting.
Which is the best description I've ever heard of anyone.
All right. This is also kind of a lob to you.
I was 2 feet away when that picture was taken. That is Huey Lewis.
You're correct.
There he is. Wait, no, that wasn't that day.
Oh, he does this pose for all the boys, Dave.
Oh, you just got
He knows. He knows his angles.
Same
That's
horse?
for damn sure. That's for damn sure.
Why don't you want to give a quick tell people where they can read this excellent article that you wrote about?
It was on Esquire.com, and in not the April-May issue, it was I guess the March issue of Esquire. So there you go.
It is like everything you write, beautifully written, and
thank you so much.
Such a lovely portrait, and
thanks.
Yeah.
I love him. I've always loved him.
We're big fans.
Yeah, I mean, how can you not be?
One of the first shows that we ever did at the theater before it was Dynasty. So 7 years ago or 8 years ago, we put on a big holiday benefit for the Leukemia Lymphoma Society. And we opened it with, of all things, a medley of Huey Lewis songs that kind of segued into.
No, the thing was, it was a medley of holiday classics.
Oh, and, yes, that's right.
But for no reason, they're just Huey Lewis songs, which
pop up in there. Yeah.
Oh, I love it. His songs fit any occasion.
They really
make
do.
You feel good.
A man is a treasure.
All right. This is our final one.
Okay.
Who is quarantining in this? Probably Calabasas' home.
Oh, would that then be a Kardashian? Kim Kardashian?
That was a misdirect. That was a misdirect that Jamie did.
I'm not too savvy with. I mean, but probably like
Paris Hilton.
Here's a clue. If you keep up with her Instagram, she recently burned her gym down.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Britney Spears.
That's correct.
There she is with a little car Photoshop near her pool.
Because why not?
That video is amazing. And it's the unfortunately that really makes it. I burned down my gym, unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
But it's not good that you burned your gym down in your home?
The other favorite part is when she says there were 2 candles and one thing led to another.
One thing led to another.
One candle led to the other.
I need more information from you.
I need all, and then she just moves right on to today's workout.
Yeah, she is. She's, well, God bless her. She's a treasure.
She is a treasure. And
this has been nothing but American treasures so far.
Well,
that's the other name for the game.
Speaking of American treasures,
yes.
Do you have one gob of wisdom that you can share with us?
Gob of wisdom.
It doesn't have to be about it can be any sort of creative or inspirational, something that you can impart to our viewers today.
Absolutely. This is a thing I try to do every day. Before you roll over and turn on your phone and check Twitter or check Instagram or check your sleep app to get your sleep score or whatever, get out of bed, take a pen to paper, write. Like, it doesn't have to be a full 3 pages, morning pages, artist way kind of a deal. It'd be nice if it was fully won, but like let the first voice that you hear every morning be your own. Everything right now is total chaos. It's very easy to like check the news or whatever, but then the first thing that you feel is anger or confusion or helplessness or hopelessness or whatever. Get out of bed, walk to wherever you can't, like your kitchen table or your whatever. Open a notebook, turn to a blank page, fill that blank page. Don't cross anything out. Just check in with yourself first. It will truly change the course of your day.
What do you?
I'm not. Like, I don't.
I love that.
I fail on this, a lot, but it's a good thing to at least remind myself to try to do because it makes the day better.
Do you feel like there's a consistent kind of first vibe that comes out? Is it just supposed to be stream of consciousness, or like, are you writing to yourself, or just?
Yeah, no, never show it to anybody. Shred the notebook when it's over. You might come up with a great idea that you write down somewhere else that might be for something that someone else sees, but just junk. Just get everything out. Write about a dream that you remember while you remember it. Write a letter to somebody. Just do something. Just keep the pen moving, and you will check in with your inner voice first. And that's absolutely critical.
That. I need to let the first voice I hear be my own.
It will really
let the first voice you hear be your
difficult
own.
With small children, I would imagine, but
it's impossible. But there's something there.
There's something there.
There's a
Maybe
way to
record a voice memo then before you get out of bed or something.
Well, I think even just the reminder that what you're putting in your head first day is you are feeding yourself something, and to even be thoughtful with what that is, because it is like the habit of reaching for your phone and doing the cycle, or the habit of like just immediately throwing yourself into meeting someone else's need or answering someone's fear or whatever it is. Like, no, you owe it to yourself to wake yourself up and be with yourself for a minute.
Yeah. And if you notice anger, then you're angry. Just check in with it, let it out, talk to somebody. If you notice sadness, if you notice hopelessness, whatever, those are things to pay attention to. But it's you can access them most easily first thing in the morning before the idea that you have to be something for somebody else is awake yet. Just get it all out.
Bless you.
Or get some
Mr.
of it
Holmes. Yeah, save some of it for later.
Sure.
Well, thank you, Dave.
You're so welcome. Thank you for having me. It is always a pleasure to talk to you.
We're so excited. We're talking about you did this great show Friday 40 at Dynasty. And you've been doing it for years. And at some point, hopefully in the next few weeks, you can get excited. We'll be doing a Friday 40 on the Dynasty Network. I'm excited for it.
Yeah, I think it's in the early planning stages.
Yes,
is what I can tell you.
And maybe as soon as tomorrow that we'll be going live.
Maybe tomorrow morning the show will be. So
it'll be first thing in the morning tomorrow.
Okay, great.
What I am doing right now is I'm going to put in the chat my friend who's DJing from his place in Mexico right now. I'm going to put the link in there. It's too long. It's too long. Damn it. Nerds. Well, follow me on Twitter.
Will you email us the link? Okay.
You know what? I will email you the link right now. Great. It's great. Check in with him.
And then I can share it with the YouTube people if that's cool.
Sure.
Okay, cool.
Hey, what's his name? I'll look it up.
His name's Chris Garrity. Garrity. Actually, you know what? The group, it's him and a few other DJs. And the group is Wednesday afternoons. So if you search groups for Wednesday afternoons.
And I just got the link.
They're great. They're it's nice. Puts the mind at ease. And they're all in like,
thank you, Dave.
They're all in like lovely settings. Anyway.
Okay.
Dancing's important.
Thank you, Dave.
Don't forget to dance. Thank you guys. Will. I got a trivia date in 10 minutes. I got to get ready.
Okay. Bye, Dave. Thank you so much. We love you.
Mwah.
Got a Vikki?
I almost forgot about it.
You're not alone anymore. It's right, beloved. You guys, we're almost at the end of Go Day, but we have a treat that you wouldn't want to miss if you don't like to miss good things.
Woo. All right, let's bring on my mom.
She got that plan. She got that plan. She got that plan.
You got that plan, hit the plan.
Oh, damn, it's Vikki Flam.
Nah.
So many more. It's rap loving.
Hi,
Hi,
Mom.
Mama Flam.
Hi.
How are you?
Oh God, you guys are so cute. Look at Jamie.
You're so
Sammy.
cute.
I'm sorry, Jamie. I meant Sammy.
Oh. Well.
Ouch.
Ouch.
Ah!
Mom, how are you?
I've had a very creative day.
Okay, that sounds good. Is that a positive? What do you say?
Yeah, I made my potato family.
Well, to the general public who doesn't know what making the potato family means, can you explain that?
Well, sure. Hold on. Wait, Mike, don't you have a potato video? Okay, here is Papa Potato. Now you see Papa Potato has hair on his chest.
Yeah.
See, that's real hair. I took it from my hairbrush.
That is gross.
Now look. Now. See?
Okay. Wait, Mom.
Can you get a screen grab of that?
I don't consent. I do not consent.
I will.
Now look. There's hair on top of that too. I have clean hairbrushes. Sammy.
That is so upsetting.
Wait a minute. Hold on. He had to get dressed. Oh, by the way, his name is Russell because he's a russet potato.
That is so cute.
Okay, now, this is Russell's wife. Can you see Russell's wife? She's wearing a mask.
Right. She's very society conscious.
Yes, and she's holding a bouquet of flowers.
She certainly is.
And she has little boobies. But wait a minute, because they got together to make, and this is the actual name. This is actually called a new potato.
A new potato?
Yeah, that's actually what it's called for real, a new potato. But
how do you spell new?
N-E-W.
Oh, classic.
E-N-U.
N-E-U. And see, the potato also has hair on its head. And the potato's wearing a baby mask.
Wait, Mom. Okay, let's take a step back.
I sincerely feel like I'm gonna puke.
What? Vanessa called them grotesque. They're not
wrong.
They're not good. Jamie, Vanessa.
Wait. Before you get excited about something else, what compelled the making of these potatoes?
Well, I've been feeling like a couch potato.
Okay.
So it was like one of those trickle down things. It just like morphed. It morphed.
It morphed from you feeling like a couch potato to you putting human hair on a potato.
I don't want any trickling on these potatoes.
But wait a minute.
Too late, honey.
I have clean hairbrushes. You should see my hairbrushes. They're clean for the first time in weeks.
Can you? I wish you could show them. I think that is actually like a way of selling. So, what is your? Do you hang out with the potatoes? What is? How are you?
A day in the life.
A day in the life is the way of putting it.
Well, I've been recording them, and they've been talking, and in a week, actually, I think the next go day, I should show them a week later because they'll be shriveled, and so they'll fit with your shrivel theme.
That is a theme of the show. Can you have one of them? Can you talk to one of them right now?
Sure. You want to talk to him?
I do not want to talk to Dad.
You don't want to talk to Russell?
Oh, no, Russell's not dead now.
You want to talk to the baby?
Sure.
Jamie. Oh, Jamie, you can name him Timothy. Timothy has a friend.
Oh, Trimothy, I think you're thinking of.
Trimothy.
Hi, little guy. What's this little guy's name?
Russell Jr.
So Russell Jr. How's
look. Now here's
the thing.
Here's the thing. Now, okay, it's got two sets of eyes. Now, potatoes don't really need eyes because they already have eyes. But if you look in between Russell Jr.'s legs, look.
It's a third eye, I guess.
That's natural. That's
the
natural.
third eye on a potato is not spiritual.
That's natural. That's a natural growth.
Woo!
But wait a minute. I invested into your rat business.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
Thank you. Oh.
Is
that what you were telling me about?
Yeah.
Now listen up, okay? Because this is what you get for your investment. Listen.
I like you. I like you. Just plain like you. You make me want to smile. You make me want to dance. You make me want to shout it from the rooftops. I like you. You're good, you. You're the best. I like you. I like you.
That is a commitment. When you press that button, you are in.
You better have some time.
Excuse me. If that didn't brighten up your day, then nothing will.
I agree. And it did brighten my day for sure.
Mine too.
We all need to be liked.
There's a deep egoic need to be liked. And if you can't find a human to do it, it is the same.
Clean out your hairbrush and smack it on something.
Well, and then I also have a mouse.
Mom, you were born to be in the novelty toy and gift world.
Well, I'm the one that kept Oz Gift in business. Remember Oz?
I do. I hope they survive this.
AHHHS.
I think you can make some gifts that Arnold Schwarzenegger would gladly display on his
or Brittany.
Actually, it looked like one of his animals was eating a piece of matzah on his table.
It might have been.
If you look closely.
Are we going to show the sizzle, the potato sizzle?
Oh, I'm going to show the potato shrivel next week, which means
this day different than all other days.
Wait a minute. That means everything has to shrivel on it. Everything. And that's going to be very sad.
Not that cork.
Look at Sammy's face.
It's so yucky.
The cork?
The hair on the potato is just really upsetting to me.
I don't think you're wrong. That hair has my DNA on it somehow.
No, here's the deal, okay? This is the week I was looking for props. Okay, I have to find props.
For the potato.
For what?
For my creativity, I need props.
Oh.
So that's why when you get in the prop state of mind, you go through your house and you find things like hair.
That's the gob of wisdom. That is the gob of wisdom. When you get in the prop state of mind, you go through your house and you find things like hair.
Like
that's kind of.
I would carry that on a tote bag.
You know what? That has to go right next to if you grow a green tree in your heart.
A little bird will come.
Oh, by the way, your potatoes. I got some something in my shower drain that'll help bring to life any potato. That is a hotbed of activity.
Yeah, it is. It is. Look at Sammy. I love Sammy.
Well, Mom,
we have a sizzle video of the potatoes. We can show the sizzle, right?
Oh, so let's cut to that, Mom. We're going to show we created a very quick version of your potato videos.
Oh.
Let's roll it.
Okay. Potato in the middle with the hair. Anyway, these are what sunburned red potatoes look like. Anyway, should I be named Russell since I'm a russet potato? Now look, this is Russell. And now I'm getting sucker punched. Now, little potato head is giving me the brush off. Now they have me in a potato sack. Oh no, oh no, now I'm being chased by a mouse. They can make me hashed, they can make me baked, they can make me fried, but now look what they did. They fucking freeze dried me and put me in a box. And it says this is America's favorite mashed potato. I don't think so.
And we're back. That was just a small taste of what ultimately you have more. You have like 7 times the amount of content there, or maybe 70.
Well, we heard from Mike, not from you and not from Jamie, but we heard from Mike that you passed on 12 videos to be played today.
13. Oh, but you know what the best one was, and I don't think it showed? I had all the potatoes on my island. All the potatoes were together, and they were very upset. And the little baby potato Russell Jr. got very upset because they weren't social distancing. They were all
the island is fun. Like a kitchen island as a tropical island is a fun world to play in.
Yes, actually, I think I'll put my palms on there. Now I have to go prop searching again.
Your work is never done.
Wait, will this palm work?
Oh.
Mom. I think everyone sees where I get it.
I have no shame.
You shouldn't. You should only have pride. I can't wait to see what you put hair on next.
That's a great tagline. You won't wait to see what she puts hair on next. I'm a Flam. Well, Mom, I think if you'll join us next week, we are interested in seeing how the potato family develops. And do you have any other final words of wisdom?
There's only one potato that can develop, and that's the baby.
Well,
Vikki out!
Sammy was quick.
There's a microphone to drop.
You know what?
Halfway through the center of the earth.
We'll have Russell Jr. go through puberty this week.
Oh, you got all the right props for that.
I do. I'll have to make a transfer.
Maybe you can rub it under your arms for some of that pit smell.
No. No.
Oh, Russell's first period.
Russell is a boy.
Well,
Russell doesn't get a period.
Well, maybe Russell will have a younger sister.
Oh, you know what I have I could give to Russell?
No.
You know those little rubber things you put on your fingers when you're sorting through papers so that you can get through them quickly? They're like little... Sammy knows.
We all know.
a little miniature finger size. I think it's cork size.
And what would you do with that?
He's gonna use it as a condom, Jamie.
Oh.
Yes. Thank you for that.
Oh, it would be cute to have him have a little bar mitzvah.
Oh no, better than that. You know what? I'm gonna have to carve out the tip of the cork. I'll have him circumcised.
A bris.
A bris. A bris.
Well, on that note, on the potato being brisked, I would love to see a potato moil.
I know people boil potatoes, but do they moil them? I'm gonna set my head on fire.
I have to give it some wine. That's what they do. They give the babies wine. I don't think it's quite enough. I would think that's where morphine might come in, but they figure, well, screw those little babies. They can't use words and say, this hurts or ouch.
Stop mutilating me, right?
Yeah, that's pretty sad. Jamie, put that one in your trauma bin.
Oh yeah, I have been collecting traumas, and I forgot about the one within a week of my birth where I was mutilated.
Yep.
By a bunch of onlooking Jewish men.
By a bunch of party goers.
Yeah, but we had some pretty good delicatessen though afterwards.
Do you remember what delicatessen catered my bris?
Brent's.
Brent's was around in 1976?
Oh yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah, so was Zagat.
Zagat?
Zagat.
like the reviewing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did they review Brent's?
Oh, Brent's is on Zaggett's top 10 list for years.
Oh.
Brent's is I think the best LA I've ever had.
Without a doubt. He knows when I die, it's Brent's.
Well, Vikki, it was great talking to you.
And luckily it's available in the meantime.
I love you all, and I have to go tend to Russell and Russell Jr.
We love you, Mom. Thank you for sharing.
Oh, you know what I have to do? I have to go put him in the potato sack. It's bedtime.
Aww.
I have to go find some burlap. Don't we do? Oh, maybe next week they can have a potato race. A potato sack race.
Yep.
That would be it.
I need I need Lisa Harris miniature everything now.
Oh, we'll put you in touch with Liz. I'm sure she'll be happy.
Liz. Yeah, I need Liz's miniatures. Okay, guys.
We love you, Mom.
We love you. Bye.
Oh boy.
It's final notions time.
We've hit the end of the show. Let's play that video so we can get out of here.
What are your final notions? Tell me more.
Well, this has been another 2+ hour situation.
We were doing so well.
The reviews are in. Isn't that an old joke? Like, what do you think of the show? I thought it was 2.5 hours. Well, this has been fun, and I guess we'll start with our thank yous. We have, as always, so much gratitude. These Go Day productions are really a family affair with all of our Dynasty staff and family that we love so much. So first and foremost, a big shout out to Sammy, who is
in the booth,
running this from Dynasty in the booth right now, and getting all the transitions and so I feel like just even mentioning the transitions is not giving.
Oh, my picture is still half my mom, which I love. Where I am. Also, we want to thank wonderful Dan, who is designing all the things you're looking at. You can see his work all over anything we do. We love him. Mary, who is kindly answering even the most aggressive email. Mike, who is helping us all stay positive and keeping things going. Mike's the best. We got a wonderful Sean, who is also helping us figure out how to do all the things that are making us still exist as a theater. And then I want to thank my friend Jamie, who I really love my friend Jamie.
I love my friend Vanessa. Truly, thank you. This was another fun adventure. I love the spirit of today. It was a little bit looser, and I think we'll take notes and see where it could tighten. But also, I love this looseness more than ever. And our guests were all so great, so many nuggets. I think we had a couple of successful games. A big shout out to everyone watching. Truly, seeing people in the room. I haven't looked at the stream at all today, so I don't know if there is actually anyone in the room right now.
There's some hot chat happening.
Good. But thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in week to week. It means the world to us. This is a fun outlet for us to talk about all the things as we continue to try to be the best versions of ourselves as often as we can be. And it's a struggle now as much as ever, but we can feel the energy truly of the people watching, of our team. And it brings us to life. And is there any other big thank yous? Thank you to everyone that's supporting. And like we have this new summer line. We're selling a bunch of T-shirts. We're selling classes. Brent Forrester's class. People are buying Interest in Enchantments. And these things, we really believe in these products. Like we put a lot of love and time and energy into making them all wonderful. And so know that they're helping support the theater and keeping it open so that we can pay the rent, pay our staff, and with, of course, the full intent of opening our doors again as soon as we possibly can.
And we really do believe in all these things that we're making. So we love that our community is staying involved and supporting. And we feel great that the things that we're making are actually things we love. So give everything the old college try. Give everything the old college try is exactly what I knew I was going to say. And I'm glad I said it. It wasn't just word vomit because I couldn't stop talking.
Well, I mean, we are promoting our new Enchantiversity, and so college is on the mind.
Yes, absolutely. More than ever.
Truly. So next week, do we know who we have as guests next week?
We have a bonkers show next week. We have Lauren Lapkus, we have Justin Willman, and we have Moses Storm.
That is a trio of people we love. They're all Dynasty regulars, and yeah, it'll be good to see them. We haven't seen any of them since this all started, so we'll get to find out what's going on in their lives and get some more wisdom. And so tune in next week.
Yeah, did you guys like gobs as a word? Weigh in the comments if you like gobs of wisdom.
And hey, everyone, we got another week, another day in this life that we have, just this one life. And I don't know, like, let's be easy on ourselves. Let's challenge ourselves. I think curiosity was another major theme today, that we get to wake up and we don't know where the day is going to take us, but really just looking at everything with that kind of beginner mind of it's all crazy that it's here, and it's all enchanting when you look at it in the right way. Or not the right way. Who's to say what the right way is? It's however you look at it.
Woohoo! You're spiraling.
This is become a spiral. It's very unfocused motivational speech.
As you roll your clay between your hands.
Oh, I didn't realize. Okay. That's like my puzzle. And if we all look in the mirror, we'll see some sort of apparition. And what is it saying to us? But be free and spread your wings and fly to the tree.
Fly to the tree. It's good day. It was a really good day. And we're so glad that you are here today.
I think this is might be are we screen sharing right now?
You are.
Why don't we just watch one more time our video that we made? Okay, to take us out of here, Sammy, will you just play our
Rap Beloved?
Rap Beloved. Invest in Rap Beloved. We'll see you next week. We love you.
We love you. Take a chance and take the quiz.
It's Rap Beloved.
Right to your door.
It's Rap Beloved.
Not alone anymore.
It's Rap Beloved.
'Cause you got so much love.
It's Rap Beloved.
Shrivels. Fruit. Fully contracted.
Let's go ahead and accelerate my aging.
Shrivels. Fruit fully contracted.
Oh my God, what's happening to me? Let's go ahead and accelerate my aging.
Shrivels. Fruit fully contracted.
Oh my God, what's happening to me?
Shrivels. Fruit fully contracted.